My family, my 1-year-old baby, we're facing homelessness and we've got nowhere to go.
Morgan Cox, a 42-year-old, has sparked a national reckoning on housing and immigration after asking a pointed question on Q&A.
I want to know, is the government going to cut immigration to match housing availability, or are we just going to keep going until every regular working Australian is homeless?
Mr. Cox, an electrical installer from Gosford, New South Wales, received a rent hike that many would consider unfathomable, a 44% increase, bumping his weekly rent from $410 to $590, which is a $9,360 a year, a sum he says he simply doesn't have, even while working 2 jobs. His frustration boiled over during the ABC program, where he pleaded for common sense from politicians.
We have been working very hard to get immigration levels down to something we think the country can manage.
A recent Australian Institute of Health and Welfare report found that 280,000 Australians sought help from homelessness services in 2023 to 24. Meanwhile, over 3 million people are now at risk of homelessness, a staggering 63% increase since 2016.
When you look at people in our generation, a little bit younger, struggling to get into the property market, we've heard this before from both of them. Election campaign after election campaign, just demand-side policies, which might help some people, but which are fundamentally going to drive up property prices. So you might get a smaller deposit that you have to pay, but you're going to be paying a higher mortgage because the property price is going up. And it just seems like both sides they're scared of addressing what the real problem is, that the system favours investors.
When the government didn't respond, Cox took his protest to Prime Minister Anthony Albanese's own backyard, quite literally. He pitched a tent outside the PM's $4.5 million Central Coast mansion, holding a sign that read, "Everyone deserves a home, Albo."
As far as I see it, the government's job is to manage the country. It doesn't seem all that complicated to me, like that surely they know how many people, how many houses, and they should be able to set limits based on what we have available. We keep getting, we've built this many houses, we've built that many houses, so then surely they know that there's this many houses and only this many people can fit in them. Some of them might maybe need to come back down to earth and see what it's like for us.
While he continues to fight a possible eviction and search for affordable housing, Cox says he's speaking up not just for himself, but for the 3.5 million Australians struggling with the same crisis.